It's another exciting episode.
I'm so excited.
I know. Guess what episode this is?
101.
Can you believe we have been doing this
Flapping our
together
gums
with
for
Graham
101
and
episodes.
all of our amazing guests for 101 episodes?
Crazy, right?
Like,
Crazy.
no, it's seriously.
Just in time for Santa.
It really is crazy, but it's been so much fun.
Has it?
Yeah. Yeah. I've enjoyed meeting every guest that we've had on. You know, we've learned so much about our community. We've learned so much about other small businesses that are all around us. And you're obviously laughing. So what do you think?
I think we should have a reunion episode.
You have talked about this.
I want to have where we get everybody that has been on and we go somewhere, Giovanni's or I don't know, just somewhere where we can have food and bevies and just kind of do an on the site episode with everybody there.
Okay. Where everybody meets everybody?
Yes.
Yeah.
Our state rep meets Dolores, meets Matt Klein, meets... we got a lot of people that we touch base with.
That's true. Yeah, we could do
And there's a lot that we haven't.
I know.
I mean, we got a handful of people. Chappelle has not been on yet. So there's a handful of people that are still targeted, but not yet.
Targeted. Well, in Rick Perales, he was scheduled to be on, and then we had to shuffle some things around. Yeah, because we were traveling. And then, in the coming year. If you have other people,
I was going to say, if you got somebody that you think should be sitting here with us, you shoot us a message on it, and we'll see if we can track them down.
We'd love to showcase them for sure. Yeah. And we love referrals.
Local business people, local celebrity type people. If you got somebody you want to just see us interview them, we'll do it.
Yeah, we'll do it. Yeah, for sure.
Can't beat the price.
So what do you want to talk about today, babe?
Well, we're easing into the holidays. I think this episode is going to air before Santa Claus comes to town. Am I right?
Yep.
So let's talk just a little bit about, and we've talked about healthy stuff before.
We've talked about healthy stuff before.
Let's talk about just a little bit about managing the holiday hustle. The holiday hustle. When I look back just over the course of 35 years of taking care of people, December is... Our statistics always blow up in December. And the reason is blow up in a big way. Like we see more people, serve more people, hustle people in and out. But there's more crisis to manage. Right. Whether it's lifting a snow shovel for the first time or whether it is just the stress of knowing that your mother-in-law is coming to town for a few days.
Not your mother-in-law.
I have a great mother-in-law.
Yeah. But
some people don't.
Right. I know. Yeah.
And so... just knowing that the dynamic of family can be a thing, knowing that you're going to spend money that you might not want to spend. You're going to buy stuff that people may or may not even want.
Yeah, so financial stress too.
Oh my gosh.
It's crazy.
The worst.
Now, your teachers get a little bit of a break because your teachers are also some of your highest stress people, but they get that 2-week break. So,
everybody kind of rags on teachers and say, oh, you get a 2-week break or, oh, you get the summers off. They're the highest stress people. They are managing other people's bratty offspring 5 days a week most of the year. So that's a job you couldn't give me. I feel bad for them, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
And part of it is not in their teaching, but they're also babysitting, line leading, lunch ladies, bus people, counselors, surrogate parents. They spend way more money of their own money to make sure kids have clothes or mittens or school supplies. Teachers are special people, no doubt about it. 2 weeks off for them is probably what keeps them out of jail. Otherwise, they'd be strangling people.
So the breaks are really for the teachers and not for the kids.
Yes, because the parents of the kids can't wait to get their kids back in school once, the break's over.
So true. So why do you think people feel exhausted during December?
Well, again, when the stress load goes up, I don't sleep as well. We've talked about the fight or flight thing. When your body physiology is locked in a fight or flight pattern, it doesn't rest well. It's on overdrive. It doesn't digest well. It doesn't fight germs well. There's a really specific pattern that happens when the nerve system gets locked into a fight or flight, high stress situation. It just doesn't adapt us as well to the world. So what would otherwise be no big deal for some people turns into a very big deal because stuff just stacks up.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
We're eating more sugar. There's always treats.
I was going to say the blood sugar swings are pretty erratic.
Which also causes stress.
Right.
Technically to the body, that is stressful. So it's got to put normal metabolic function on hold so that it can go in and metabolize the poison that we keep shoving into it because it tastes so good.
It is literally a parade of poor choice carbs.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a difference between carbs.
Sure.
And just pure sugar.
Yep.
And then just grazing. Like I went into your kitchen here and I saw already
the treats are starting to stack up. And we love that. I would never say, hey, don't bring us treats, because you know what? We love it.
But this is all part of what do you do to manage it?
Yeah.
We are still going to do these things.
There's a difference between having a treat and having a box of treats.
Absolutely.
There's a difference between having a bite or two of cheesecake and eating the whole cheesecake. So the reality is moderation. I kind of hate to even say that. Moderation is smart. It's way better than overindulging. But even moderation can get some people in trouble.
For sure, especially if you're borderline not doing well anyways.
Yeah.
It just, and you are an example of having something that has lasted way longer from a viral standpoint that just did not want to go away, but you have seen a practice full of those same people.
We've seen a lot of people that are just struggling to stay well.
Yeah.
And whether it's vaccine overload or viral overload or stress overload or whatever you want to call it, the most wonderful time into the year can turn into a challenge to handle for a lot of people.
And people are still learning that it's okay to socialize without a cocktail.
Why bother? I'm kidding. You can certainly socialize without a cocktail. Well, alcohol turns into pure sugar.
Absolutely.
It's not going to be helpful to your brain. It doesn't usually enhance most people's personalities.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, except for you. You get a little kind of funny.
No, I just get so sleepy.
You just go to sleep.
Yeah.
I'm the one who gets kind of funny. Okay. All right.
Funny in a what way?
Well, the most obnoxious you can think of. 9 times out of 10.
At least you're aware,
No, only you're the one that thinks that. Everybody else thinks it's just delightful. But they don't have to go home. No. And the other thing is, here's a weird thing. For a lot of people, this will be their first holiday season without a loved one.
Exactly. I was just talking to somebody today.
I've had a handful of those people here in the practice recently. It's their first Christmas without a parent that they've lost, or a family member that they've lost, or a friend that they've lost, spouse that they've lost. And so going through the season of firsts is brutal.
Right. Yeah.
Brutal. And you know what? I don't think that ever goes away. That doesn't get better.
I know they talk about the first being bad, but you and I both like.
And then you'll hear Bing Crosby singing, "I'll be home for Christmas," and that's not true. Yeah. Not everybody's going to make it home. Not everybody can be 2 places at once. Not everybody can keep promises.
There's so much expectation.
It's a hard season. Around. I think we should have Thanksgiving. I love Thanksgiving.
I was going to say, I thought you would. I know your rule about Christmas, but I felt like Thanksgiving would stay annual. Yeah,
Thanksgiving should be every year. Christmas, every 7. Every 7 years. And then I would be that guy who, goes
all out.
All Griswold. Yeah, I would go all out. But
that was fun watching the movie with the kids.
It was.
Yeah, Christmas Vacation. That was so funny. I hadn't realized that Caitlin hadn't seen it yet, ever in her life. We failed as parents.
No, we've done all right.
So here's a living well tip. When you go to your parties, when you're getting ready to be out and about, and you know that there's going to be food that you know it's going to taste good, but it's going to make you feel so crappy the next day.
Yes.
One of the things that you can do is drink 8 ounces of bone broth, homemade or the Epic broth that we love.
You can buy bone broth now. You can buy organic bone broth in a box or a jar.
Exactly. Graham and I were just talking about it. Or make it. Graham's going to start making that.
Okay.
And boxes, jar is better than
glass
box.
Is better than aluminum, yada, yada, yada. We get it.
So a leftover chicken breast or rotisserie chicken that you just have in the refrigerator, just have some good, healthy protein before you head out the door.
Okay.
Start out with that. Have the bone broth. Have a little bit of Greek yogurt with some berries on top. So you're getting a little bit of good carbs in there, but also some protein. And it will help you to be full when you go into those situations, and it will help prevent a sugar crash later.
Okay.
Having that protein in there.
Being full is one thing, but you know what? Most of the time people don't eat because they're hungry. They eat because they want to.
It helps them make better choices. Let's face it.
When you're full, it's definitely a better game.
Yeah, exactly.
And water takes up space, frankly. Your stomach is kind of dumb in that regard. As long as there's something in it, it'll say, hey, don't eat that.
So I know you've said that a lot over the years. And I hate having a water belly. Water does not make me feel full.
Okay.
It makes me feel sloshy. It does not make me feel
It does
good.
make you squish when you walk. It's kind of funny. But at the end of the day, my favorite 101 phrase.
Okay, maybe he's going to have a new phrase for 2026.
I doubt it.
I doubt it.
I don't think so.
What's my phrase? I don't think I have a phrase, do I?
We have to rewind some episodes to find some Lisa-isms.
I don't feel like I don't really have those cliche, weird little things. I harp about alcohol, but it's usually different words wrapped around
You're
it.
a harper, yeah.
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 Okay,
and the other thing is, though, not over-promising. Just because you're invited to every party doesn't mean you have to attend every party.
Oh, absolutely.
So I think mentally and emotionally, it's important to set some boundaries.
Absolutely.
And say, here's the ones I'm willing to do. Here's the ones I'm willing to skip.
Yeah.
And my favorite phrase there is, I wish we could, but we can't.
He's really good at it. But
yeah.
If anybody's listening to this that's heard that, don't take it personally.
No, it's not about you. It's about me.
It's about him. So one of the other things is the cortisol roller coaster.
Hello.
So like what you're saying, we just get loaded up with all the extra to-dos that we feel so much obligation around. The stress of family dynamics, if they're not the way you prefer them to be.
Sometimes the best way to love people is from a distance.
Yep. Performing holiday joy. Having to having to act joyful when you just really don't feel joyful. And you're like, it's the holidays. I'm supposed to be happy. Right? Do you ever do that? No.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. I mean, we all have a performance that we put on every day.
It can produce an overwhelming degree of sadness and despair.
Yeah.
It really can.
It really can.
I think every 7 years would be plenty.
And all that to say, this is one of the things that elevates cortisol and makes people feel wired and tired, overwhelmed, puffy. That's my least favorite one. Unable to sleep and craving sugar or salty snacks. So it's really important to take time to address that cortisol roller coaster.
Okay.
And one of the things are just taking mini exhales through the day. We've talked about breathing before, and just taking 60 to 90 seconds and just really having intentional breathing. Just and it just like forces all that cortisol down. You can also do things like listen to is it called binaural beats type of music on YouTube? You can listen to that.
Certain frequencies of music are good for helping re-regulate nerve systems. You can
watch nature. Driving over here, there were so many gorgeous little starlings in the sky. And I'm like, I could just pull over and watch these birds just flying around, making all the pretty patterns. And I could just literally feel myself relaxing. It was just amazing. Now, birds maybe don't do that for everybody. My friend Cindy Johnson is not a bird fan, so that would not be her thing. So that would be my my living well tip for turning down the cortisol. The other thing is, do you not have the same notes as me? I'm sorry.
Where are you?
So I'm on C, dehydration. So the other thing is we get dehydrated. We walk into our homes and the heat's on, and so we become dehydrated.
Especially if you keep it like Aunt Gwen hot in your house.
I have been leaving it at
wicked hot.
73 lately.
It was 74 the other day. I walked in there thinking, are we at the beach? Are we at my grandmother's house?
I need more sweaters. But dehydration shows up in lots of different ways. It shows up as headaches. It shows up as fatigue, extra fatigue.
Chapped lips, chapped skin,
dull
chapped
skin.
hands.
Yeah, slower digestion.
If you could, when you breathe, when you exhale, if you can see your breath, you're giving away water,
right,
moisture and minerals every time.
Yeah.
So you got to stay hydrated in the cold, no doubt.
So the living well tip for that is drink water before coffee, because coffee will dehydrate you.
True.
And so
a pinch of salt, especially like some good sea salt. A pinch of salt in your water is good mineralization.
You know what I started doing?
No, what?
A pinch of borax.
Shut the front door.
I know. Can you believe it?
Well, what's that going to do?
Yeah. It does a lot of things. That's a whole nother episode. We can talk about it. It's quite intriguing.
Okay.
So dead water won't help you. So that's...
Neither will fluoridated water, by the way.
Right. So make sure you're drinking pure water.
Clean it.
Add either a little bit of lemon, a little bit of honey and salt, a pinch of salt in there. Then you're getting minerals. I have a brand of electrolytes that I love, and it's Nectar. And it balances the potassium and sodium better than any other brand that I've seen. And that's where the pressure of the cell, like that allows the cells to be hydrated, not just the bloodstream to be hydrated or the tissues to be hydrated.
It's not just about water, it's about minerals.
It's about
hydration
minerals.
Is not about water. You can overwater. I feel like with a plant, if you overwater it, it won't last long.
Exactly.
So the minerals are what actually create a balanced hydration.
Yeah. So I'll include the link to Nectar too. It's my favorite.
It travels well, those little packets. It's easy to move around. And that's
it is. And really just if you...
We get nothing out of that. They should be paying us for this.
And just even 10 ounces of an electrolyte a day.
Any is better than none.
Exactly. So that's our little tip for the day there. We have some holiday energy rules too. About
we do?
Yep. Oh, you don't have... I think I must have printed off different ones for you, babe. I am so sorry.
No, that's fine.
Failing at my job.
Not at all.
Don't skip meals. That's going to help with the blood sugar not tanking.
What if I want to have a treat? What if I want a treat? Should I just beat myself up about it and feel guilty?
You need to savor it.
Thank you.
Yes. You need to be like one with the cookie or one with the pie and just not, because guilt is going to also...
Guilt went out in the 70s. Nobody even does guilt anymore.
There's plenty of guilt still out there. Yeah.
I always feel bad about that.
So like, don't skip.
So,
and then
should people exercise more or less?
So they can exercise more, but if you're one of my menopausal friends,
guilty.
Don't overdo the exercising, because if you overdo your exercise, there's still cortisol that's going to be released because your body doesn't know the difference between physical stress and emotional stress. So the physical stress from exercise can spike the cortisol and bad things happen. That's when belly fat shows up and they're like, I don't know what to do.
Is that how they do it?
They do. Actually, it's usually with tears. So, it's really important. And these
if you're an exerciser, in other words, I wouldn't say start something in the holiday season that you're not already doing. But I would also say if you have a movement routine, I wouldn't skip it.
True.
If you already have a rhythm, keep your rhythm.
Yeah. And you know what? Even a 10-minute walk after dinner is smart.
100%.
So smart.
Regardless of the weather. A 10-minute walk on a 20-degree day is brilliant for helping get your dinner to settle and burn some calories and settle back in.
It really is. And then it's going to help with your sleep too that night.
No doubt.
Because that's one of the things that people struggle with this time of year, sleep, because of the stress and because their brain wakes up sometimes at 4:30 in the morning, Graham. But Graham's was good stress because he was excited about his projects. And then, but you got to sleep so you can be fresh the next day.
And going to bed on time, keeping a regular bedtime. Just stick to the rules. None of this is genius level stuff. It's all fairly simple. Minimize the trash, maximize the good stuff. You don't get to decide how other people are going to behave, but you do get to decide how you respond to how other people behave.
Right.
So whether it's friends and family or your boss or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm looking forward to our little thing on Thursday night. So chat calls the little 10-minute post-dinner walk our walk the glow moment. I love it when, she creates all these silly little things. And then, enjoying holiday treats with joy, not guilt. We talked about that. And then one of the things to think about is just holiday hacks. So these would be some things to think about. Pick your non-negotiables, like 2 non-negotiables. Like you're not going to sacrifice your sleep and you're going to do a 10-minute walk and you are going to stick to it. Like that's your commitment. But just if you pick 2 or 3, it doesn't feel overwhelming, creating more stress, creating more.
And the buddy system helps. Like if I pick those 2 and you pick 2 other ones and we held each other accountable and maybe even participated together.
Right. Yeah, like do 4
sometimes
things.
The buddy system can be kind of helpful.
So water before coffee would be another non-negotiable. Saying no to 1 thing per week. That would be that. if people could do that for themselves, that would be
sometimes
huge.
No is a complete huge sentence.
Mm-hmm. And eating protein with breakfast, I have working with clients.
I felt bad for people who don't know that. Like people who live on cereal or Pop-Tarts or sweets or pastries. Yeah. You got to have protein in the morning.
Yeah, it's true. And even this is another time where rotisserie chicken can be very useful. You can have 3 ounces of chicken in the morning.
Leftovers from the night before are better than anything in a cereal box.
No, it's 100% true. But we're conditioned to think that breakfast is different.
That's Kellogg's fault.
I'm sure that they had a say in that. But when we think about it, each meal is just a meal and not what it's supposed to be. We start to rethink it. Like, really, your evening meal should be your lightest meal, not breakfast.
Yeah, you don't want to go to bed with a heavy belly. Mm-hmm. Plus, you want your 10-minute walk after your evening meal, too.
Right. How to keep inflammation down to be able to enjoy the season even more, because when your body feels better, joints are happier.
Minimize sugar, minimize grains. Those are the things that inflame us the quickest.
Add greens and fruit. That helps to flush. Celery juice is always one of my favorite things that feeds your cells too. Magnesium before bed helps with sleep and reduces bloating. So there's multiple kinds. Symbiotic
Should we put a link to your guide?
Oh, I do have a magnesium guide.
That's my point.
Oh,
so rather than explain it all here, just put a link in it and people can access it.
And I will also put a link to Symbiotica's magnesium complex, because that is a good combo magnesium.
Yeah.
And then limiting seed oils by choosing, butters, coconut oil, avocado oil.
The closer your food is to the way God made it, the better the food will be for you to consume. The further away it is, the more processed it is, the less beneficial it will become.
Yeah.
Basically poisonous.
Right, exactly. And then if you're a turmeric or ginger fan, add either a cup of tea or cook with it. Ginger and garlic together is wonderful on like a flank steak or something like that. It's yummy. So when we were talking about the workouts, micro workouts won't blow the cortisol. So doing, some of the things that, like the workout that you do, babe, is
calisthenic.
The calisthenic
stretching
style,
and movement and body weight. And
one of the things was 10 body weight squats while waiting for the water to boil for one of your meals.
Yep.
Wall push-ups. A 2-minute plank. It doesn't have to be big things. It can be just little things. Just do them. Yeah.
Movement is king.
Exactly. And then, the body loves little bursts. And then some of my favorite seasonal swaps. So clove tea is an amazing benefit to your system. So the way you make clove tea, because it's supports digestion.
Okay.
It warms up the body. It's considered a warm spice. It's going to warm up the body. It helps to reduce inflammation. It gets rid of parasites. It is antimicrobial too, so it's going to support your immune system. Because of the nature of it, it actually is very uplifting for your mood.
Yeah.
And
that clove is a big thing in potpourri. Like a lot of times people will have just a pot of clove, hot water.
I'll boil it on the stove.
Just let the steam come into the house. It does have that effect.
It is wonderful. But the benefits health-wise are there, and it's worth doing that as a seasonal swap.
Yes. Like
drink that instead of one of the holiday lattes that you can get from your local coffee shop.
Pumpkin spice garbage.
Right. The other thing is cinnamon is everywhere. And so I just wanted to touch on the fact that there is a difference with cinnamon.
Okay.
Ceylon cinnamon is the cinnamon that you should be buying.
Seylon?
Ceylon. Yeah. Ceylon cinnamon. If it's Ceylon, it will be called out as Ceylon.
Okay.
Anything that doesn't have Ceylon on it is either cassia or some type of cinnamon bark that's been grated up.
Yep.
So the challenge with that, Ceylon cinnamon helps to support blood sugar. We have that in some of the products, the standard process products, cinnamon in there. Helps with digestion, calms the digestion, helps with inflammation as well. But the alternative cinnamon that's on the shelves is super high in coumarin. And so it is actually dangerous.
Inflammatory.
Yes, it's very harsh. And it doesn't have any of the health benefits. Like it's detrimental.
So it gives you the flavor you're looking for in your baked goods, but it's detrimental in every way.
Exactly.
Tastes great, but it'll kill you.
So just knowing that there is a difference and that Ceylon is very available.
Okay. Yeah. Good to know.
Yes. Eating broth-based dishes, like I'm going to go home and I was thinking about making chicken pot pie. If you guys want to come over for dinner later, that's what I was going to whip up.
Chicken pot pie.
Unless you guys wanted to go out. No. Okay. And then celery juice. I mean, celery juice is one of the simplest ways that you can maintain your health through the holiday season.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's all I had. Oh, and we made it in 28 minutes.
Well, I think we should discuss the reason for the season.
The reason for the season. I love that.
Because it's really easy. And again, I don't know where some people are in with Jesus. Some people are not in with Jesus. We celebrate the birth of the Savior in the month of December, knowing fully well that's not probably when the Savior was born. However, I like for the month of December to read the Gospel of Luke.
Yeah.
The Gospel of Luke and Luke was a physician back in biblical times, and so his writing style is different than the other Gospels. He's much more detailed, kind of like give me the details kind of a guy when he's writing. But there are 24 chapters in the Gospel of Luke. So if you start on December the 1st, you can read one chapter a day, and it takes you right up to Christmas Eve, where you learn about the birth, the life, the death, and the resurrection of Jesus. And it's extraordinary. And he does a wonderful job. And if you have a study Bible, it helps. They'll fill in some of the history of the day and the distance between going from Nazareth to Bethlehem. It's not an easy walk, but that's what they did. They had to go back for the census. And so Jesus was born in Bethlehem, yada, yada, yada. But it gives you just this wonderful way to appreciate what has been created into this snowballing nightmare of what we call a holiday.
Do you feel like it grounds you?
Oh, and you know what? And that's my 5 o'clock read. When I get up, we're early into the month of December, so I've already got a nice start. But it forces you to say, why are we doing some of these things? And how does some of this other trash that we just mentioned even fit? And it may not fit. It doesn't say anything about decorating the halls. It doesn't say anything about bringing a tree in. It doesn't say, that's not kind of what we started with in Luke. Yeah. So the reality is we've been led to believe certain things have to happen, and it's for the kids, and we have to do, well, I'm just going to tell you, if you back out of some of those things and you focus on the birth, the life, the death, and the resurrection of the Savior, it makes making better choices a lot easier. It makes going to bed on time more appropriate. It makes skipping the extra cocktail a doable thing. It makes less coffee more smart. So I don't know. That's my favorite thing about the coming into the holidays. We've just finished Thanksgiving, and then we have this beautiful reason to give more thanks. So, as far as a stress buster goes, that to me is much more where the magic is. So there's that.
Yeah, totally, babe. Good point.
So on episode 101.
101!
We're going to ease you into the holiday season as best we can.
For sure.
And again, share your thoughts, share your ideas. If you have other things that you do to bust the stress in your tribe and you want to share them with other people, let us know. But as we wind down 2025 and move into 2026, just do what you got to do to make it a good season for you and yours.
Feel present, not pressured.
Bang.
Yeah. Yeah. And
what?
If they like what they see, they can share, follow.
Okay.
Yay! Thanks, guys. Bye.
See you next time.
Da 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 da.
101.